Welcome into the Boardroom Podcast. I'm Ward 6 Alderman Ben Piper.
Chad Wicker, Ward 4. What's going on, Ben?
I tell you what, I had to travel for work this week.
Working man,
trying to make a dollar here and there. And I know people think that there's a lot of traffic in Hernando sometimes.
Yeah.
And that you got to sit around and wait. Friday afternoon, just a heads up for everybody, Friday afternoon, hard to get up and down Commerce. That's one of those deals.
That's right.
But I had to travel to Nashville for work. Boy, you want to talk about some traffic? Whew, man, everywhere we tried to go to, you had to sit around for about 15, 20 minutes in traffic.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
That's a growing city, man. That's a busy city, too.
And it it's like Tuesday evening, right? Restaurants packed.
Yeah.
People everywhere. It's like, what's going on tonight? It's Tuesday night, like just a random night.
Yeah.
So, definitely interesting to see another city, big city. I posted on my own private, personal social media. So I'm trying to get ready for the Water Tower 10K.
Okay.
We have talked about ad nauseum on this podcast about how I am not a runner. I despise running. I still don't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I want to try to get ready for the Water Tower 10K and at least finish it.
I think you can do it.
Because you're going from 0 to 10K in like 5 weeks.
That's 6.2 miles.
I know I can do it because that's like a day's worth of moving around.
Yeah.
But I say all that because I went from my hotel to the Parthenon, so they've got like a replica of the Parthenon from ancient Greece in their Centennial Park. So it was like a mile to get there, and they got a little track that you can get around, and then a mile back or whatever. But beautiful park, really, really beautiful park. But I'm a mile in at that point, so I'm already kind of
Huffing and puffing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm whatever. And I hear behind me, like, hey, on your right. And I kind of look back, and it's all of Vanderbilt University's Army ROTC is running. Because this is, it was probably 5:45, 6 a.m.
Okay. Look at you, man. Professional runner getting up early.
No.
Look at you.
I got to get it. You got to get it in before the workday starts.
That's right.
But they all come just buzzing past me, right? They're rolling. Yeah. These guys are rolling. I'm like,
they know what they're doing, huh?
Yeah, I got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So
there's probably some 5-minute mile guys there.
So just know that the next generation of military is in way better shape than 40-year-old.
I would hope so.
Local. Well, I'm just saying that we got some good ones coming. So
sure.
But yeah, it was a good time. I have been able through this process of going to Renaissance Park to run and walk a little bit.
Nice trail out there. Nice trail.
Really nice out there. That one's going to be further enhanced by some of the things we've been doing with the city. Going to Conger Park. That one's pretty challenging with some of those hills or whatever. It's pretty challenging. So I've got those two.
You run over the little bridge?
Yep, the little bridge there. It looks like there's been some concrete work out there to sharpen some things up, but haven't gotten over to. Let's see, haven't gotten to Lee Summit.
Lee Summit's another good one too.
Need to get over to that one. But yeah, I haven't.
You got to do the linear park,
and then the linear park. That's right. That's the two that I got to get to.
That's mine. Me and Bob Barber, we dominate the linear park.
Well, it's not too far from the house now.
Yeah.
It's probably a mile from my house, maybe.
Oh, probably not that far. From my house to Arby's, is 3 miles.
Okay.
So I run there and back, and that's
you run from your house to Arby's and back?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Do you eat at Arby's after the 3 miles?
It's not open in the mornings.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
an idea for you there,
There's
Arby's.
a pretty good group. There, you run. I try to run every morning, and there's a group of ladies that walk. There's a couple guys that run. So it's a good little group of people out there.
I think Arby's needs to serve breakfast. I'm just throwing that idea out there.
They probably do open, but they're not open about 5:30 when I come through there.
Gotcha.
And then sometimes this time of year you can run the afternoon, so I do some of that too. Just depends on my schedule.
Gotcha.
How's soccer going?
It's going okay. It's going okay. We're getting through the season. We got one team that's doing really well, one team that's not doing that great, but the kids are having fun. They're enjoying it. Mm-hmm. We were out there last night. Soccer park looks great. The lights look really great out there. The newer ones that have been put in, they're really bright and really help as far as just getting in and out of there. It's a lot safer with the parking lot lights and everything that's out there. So soccer's going really good. What do y'all have going on?
So we're doing soccer and Haifa football.
Oh man!
We actually had a game last night in Horn Lake. We played. That's our second game. We hadn't won a game yet, but we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think I have a bunch of guys on my team that are too nice to play football.
Yeah.
They're too good at kids, but we're working there. We're having a good time. We're having got a good group of kids and just teaching them the basics of flag football. It's really a fun sport. Really, it's having a good time. We played in Horn Lake both the first 2 games. I think we come down to Hernando here soon and play. And and then when soccer's going on, we got the Blue Sharks doing well. We're very competitive 8U soccer league in Hernando.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Trotter has one team. We got a big rivalry going on with them. So.
I tell you, we've had that conversation with our little girls team and talked to the parents too. It's like, listen, y'all did a great job with these girls. They are polite.
Oh yeah, these kids are great.
They are nice. They listen to what the coach tells them to do. All this stuff. Soccer's not about sharing the ball with the other team, though.
That's right. That's right.
This is the one time I told all our girls, like, this is the one time you ain't got to share with anybody else. You can run up there and take it from somebody else.
That's right.
Nobody's going to be mad at you.
On the flag football team, everybody wants to run the ball and everybody wants to be quarterback. So it's you got to kind of.
Not everybody can be a quarterback.
That's right. Not everybody can be quarterback. So,
speaking of football, though, we do have.
So tonight, Hernando's playing Byhalia, and the Haifa kids are going to get to run out with the football team. So I'm going to be there with my little team. We're going to run out. I think in front of the football team.
Yep.
Before the game. So.
And my daughter's going to be doing cheerleading.
Oh
there.
Yeah.
She did the cheer camp, so she'll be doing that. So 100%. Buy the online tickets if you're going to the high school game. Buy the online ticket. Do not wait in that long line. Buy your online tickets. Get there early. There's going to be a crowd of people there, and then and stick around for after the pregame festivities. There's going to be a really good game between Hernando and Byhalia. I think Hernando's got a really good chance of getting their second win of the season. So stick around and cheer on the Tigers. Hit up the concession stand, do all the good stuff. That being said, all right. Volleyball team's rolling along. They're doing really great. A lot of good things happening in Hernando. Board of Alderman meeting was on Tuesday. I was out of town, missed it.
You missed a meeting?
Had some meetings I had to be in for my full-time job. Hate that I missed it, but I know it was a short one. So
I think we were there for about 10 minutes.
You want to touch on the highlights?
Sure. We basically approved the claims docket, which is paying the bills, and then we hired I think we had 4 or 5 police officers that were promoted. So basically, the way we work is we have step raises increase. So by years of service. So these are all guys that have been with us a certain number of years, and they've moved up to the P3 or P4 depending on how many years. And so we start that in October. And so I think it was 3 or 4 of them that got promoted up. There was on the consent agenda, there was some training. One thing that I think is pretty good that the police department is sending some guys to some mental health training, how to deal with people with mental health issues and stuff like that in Jackson. That's free training they're doing down there. We just have to pay to drive them down there and stay the night. So after that, that was we had we authorized our attorney to negotiate with the city or the county, DeSoto County, to come up with a plan for the intersection at Pleasant Hill and McInville. There's going to be some type of traffic device there, either a light or blinking, flashing light or roundabout or some kind of signal there. We're going to see what makes the best sense. We're going to split the cost with the county on that. There was some talk about maybe getting the school to help pay for some of the costs, but legally they can't because it doesn't touch any of their property. So this is going to be a project between DeSoto County and the city of Hernando, and it's needed. That's become a dangerous intersection. When when South Haven opened up Sweeney all the way there, that has become a cut through and the traffic has increased quite a bit there. So that's something we're going to address and have that done before the school opens up. We had a planning issue about a potential convenience store located right there on the other side at Pleasant Hill and McInville. I think on which corner, Ben? The
southwest corner.
Southwest corner. That was tabled at the request of the applicant because I think he wanted to make sure Ben was there. That's Ben's ward. He wanted to make sure Ben was present to have an opportunity to vote, which I think is very respectful. And other than that, we passed the water utility docket, and that's really the bulk of the meeting there. It lasted about 5-10 minutes. So.
Not much to it. And sometimes, when you have these, there will be really long meetings for a while, especially when we're in budget period. some of those meetings can go on for a while, and then you'll have one like this where it's like kind of a light agenda. And
Yeah, well, I think we're at the end of a budget year, so it's not like you're not gonna make a bunch of big expenses.
That's right.
We've had a bunch of meetings on the budget. We've had so I think everybody's just gearing up for the next to get the projects they put in their budget, and so I know we're looking at doing hiring some of the police officers we put into the budget and some of the firemen, things like that, or the paramedics getting their ambulance in. So
I know we talked last time too about our paving list, roads that are going to be paved. You should have seen some of those move forward here in the last week. I think Fairway Oaks and Notting Hill Drive. I know were a couple that got.
I went through Notting Hill this week. I went to a buddy's house to watch the Ole Miss game, and the road was already milled. So I don't know if they've paved it yet, but they milled it out.
They did. The last couple of days they've been getting that finished up, cleaned up. Should be completely closed out over there. But I think I think Fairway Oaks was the other one I think they were working on this week. But if your street, if you go back and look at our previous podcast or check our social media, your street is on that list. It should be coming here any day.
Yeah,
now.
we put the list out on our social media page. I think we talked about the roads here. So I'm excited to get that done and move to the next group of projects we'll do in the spring.
Keep on going. Keep on going. I did hear through the grapevine, so there's a part. This is a county project now, so we're but it's right buttoned up against the city. So if you know where Commerce Street dead ends, right? Commerce Street dead ends into that Heritage Oaks / what is that, Lee Summit kind of area. So where Commerce Street dead ends. So I think the county has now acquired all of the right of ways, all of the things that they need.
That's been a long time.
And in the spring 2025. They will begin cutting through and getting all that connected to Jaybird, which will be so. This is news for the people that are in that Heritage Oaks, Lee Summit area. You most likely will not have nearly as many people cutting through your neighborhoods anymore because people will be able to just go Jaybird to Commerce, however they need to do it. Because there's a lot of people that live over there.
We got 269. You can go that way and jump on 269.
That's right, correct. So that will be a big improvement infrastructure wise. And just transportation-wise, getting around the city. So that is coming early next year.
That should help, too, maybe with the Holly Springs and McInville.
Yes, absolutely, for sure. So that all being said, we do have that roundabout coming to Holly Springs and McInville.
That's right.
That one's supposed to happen before the end of the year, so you may start seeing some traffic in that area. Another roundabout that's coming to Green Tea and Highway 51. That one will come at some point here fairly soon. We had some people ask about how traffic was going to be rerouted around that. That one is going to be tricky in some ways.
Yes.
All I can assume is that you're basically building one side of it and then you route all of the traffic to that side.
That's similar to what they did with with the one in Oak Grove. I think they were under time constraints, so they just went ahead and did both of them at the same time to get it done because they were really trying to get it done before school started, and which they did, thank goodness. So I think with this one we'll be able to take our time a little better, and that that maybe up to do one at a time. Joe Frank doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of an issue. Our city engineer,
right? So. All I can think is that you would. This is just. I'm not an engineer.
Just Piper talking, right?
Yeah. So this is all I can think is that you would basically build one side of the roundabout.
Sure.
Right. You extend the road out, build it out, and then route all the north and southbound traffic to that side, and then build the other side of the roundabout.
Yeah. You're gonna have somebody out there with a flag, probably, directing traffic or whatever. I have noticed in dropping my son off in the school in the mornings, it's really become a traffic issue at Commerce and McInville. Everybody going right there by Walgreens, and it's really starting to back up. I don't know how we can address that. I know one time we had talked about doing something with the light, timing the light or something, but everybody's going towards the interstate right there and just really bottlenecks coming down McInville. So it's something we'll have to address maybe in the future. I've just noticed that in the last couple of weeks it seemed to get worse. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I think that the other part of it, and I know one of the things that we looked at specifically at that intersection, so if you're coming north, right, because you have a lot of people coming north that are turning left to get to the interstate as well.
Yeah.
We talked about doubling up the turn lanes, and we have enough space to double up the turn lanes, but it would just be a pretty tight turn right there.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to expand the roads out or anything like that.
Well, see, what I'm saying is
hang with me.
Yeah,
hang
okay.
with me. So if you have double the amount of people turning left, it creates more opportunity for people to turn right because they're having to yield, right? So I think that's kind of one of the solves for both of the traffic problems.
They turn faster, so they're out of the way.
Yep. So that may be something we have to revisit at some point.
Yeah.
Is just getting that engineered to where you can either double turn left or whatever. But
maybe when this new school opens, it'll ease some of the traffic there.
I would like to think so. I mean, I think that's one of those things that people have talked about when the middle school and high school turns into 4th, 5th grade, or basically 4th through 8th grade. You're going to have fewer grades, fewer kids going in there. You may have fewer vehicles going in there because you won't have every single teenager that wants to driving to school. It's going to be just people dropping kids off.
Well, with their new school is in Mackinville, I think it's already, was it 4 lanes? And I think from talking to the mayor, he told me this. We're going to get rid of those bike lanes and create a 5th turning lane in the middle. So you'll have 5 lanes there. That's really going to ease, I think, the flow of traffic in front of that school. Because like where the school is now, it's only 3 lanes. So it really bottlenecks.
Right.
So that I think that's going to help, just having more lanes of traffic there, and plus the location, that's a lot easier to get to, and there's space for traffic to go different directions. So I think that's going to be an issue, something we can. It's not going to be as big as issue now. Moving Oak Grove to Hernando Middle School and then moving the middle school to the high school. How's that going to affect traffic? Is it going to be the same? I don't know. We'll just have to see. I think the police chief feels like it's going to be about the same, but we'll just have to see.
It's one of those things. I'm not sure how it could get better. It may get a little better, slightly better. It's just hard to tell. But one thing that is going to be a massive improvement. I know you mentioned the high school. We talked about that. One of the things that has changed is the installation of the Jumbotron. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I saw a post. I know you've been involved with that.
Yep, just helping with the fundraising and just getting the word out and whatnot. The Jumbotron is in at the new football stadium, so you can go and check it out. You can drive by and see the big H when you're driving by. That's the back of the Jumbotron there, which is going to be a really nice feature. Really elevate the
turf
game
field,
day
right?
experience. Turf field, it looks great. The road is extremely chewed up there, so drive up there on your own. Your own good sense or whatever, take it slow. But that is one of those paving projects that will get done at some point in the next 12 months.
Sure.
I think that
before that school opens is we're going to get done.
Yeah, that is
most likely in the spring.
Right, that is correct. It's gonna be an expensive project. So I hope we get some competitive bids on it.
Sure. What else is going?
Talk about your baseball deal.
My baseball
tournament.
Coming
up.
Yeah. So one thing we got coming up is on November 1st. We have the fundraiser for the Hernando High School baseball team. I'm an alumni, played baseball there.
There you go.
Proud alumni, and so that's going to be. I think they play that at Wedgwood every year. Wedgwood. The Patrick Taylor Memorial Golf Tournament. You can reach out to any of the Hernando High School baseball players and get a ticket. They're going to have a 4-man scramble. It's $500. Starts at 8:30. Shotgun start at 10. So
should be a good time.
Yeah, I've played in it several years going, and it's a good tournament. They do a good job. Have some good prizes there. Have a raffle. Friday, November 1st, come out and play a little golf. Are we going to play in it?
I am playing. I've just got to get a PTO day scheduled. That's all I need to do.
You and your PTO days, man.
You got to take. If you're gonna be out there, you got to take PTO day now. Come on.
Oh yeah, I take a PTO day.
You got to be.
We call it vacation where I'm from.
Yes, PTO stands for paid time off. In case you're not in that world.
I'm in the public sector. Okay, we don't do all that.
All right, what else we got going on in Hernando? Whataburger is going to be open, I think, in the next 30 to 45 days.
No. I got a little
all right, what's the tidbit?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
Maybe sooner, but 3 weeks. So middle of October, you're going to get you a Whataburger and some spicy ketchup.
Is it going to be done by the time I finish the 10K?
Yeah, it's going to be probably that week after.
Can I leave? Oh, man. I was thinking.
But
That'd be nice if I could finish that Joker and get me a.
So you've never done the 10K, I don't think.
No, I've not.
So the water tower, when you get done with the race, they have a heck of a party up there. At the little Caffey Street.
Okay.
Jim C's little area there. They have food, live music. It's a cool little deal. Pizza, refreshments, alcohol refreshments if you feel so inclined.
I have a feeling by the time I'm done with the 10K, the party will actually be over. Like they'll be like, they
don't get started. Everybody gets
here,
done.
buddy.
So
we already wrapped up the party,
now,
big dog.
I may come back and run with you. Want me to come back and run with you?
No. I don't. No. And I'm not. Look, here's the deal. There's no way that I'm running 6.2 miles. I can't run. I cannot run that far. I will be running and walking to get it knocked out.
Well, I'm thinking about that. I think there's still time to register for that.
Yep.
That is
$40.
a great event. It goes. All the money raised goes to the Dolly Parton. Was it a sell by
Library?
Yeah, but isn't it sell by 5 too or something? She's tied in with.
Yes,
they send you a book every year. They did that.
Correct.
I did that with both our kids. It's great. So
yeah, when you're in the hospital and you have a newborn, you can sign up for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. They send you a book every month until you turn 5 years old with the Excel by 5 program. That if you promote literacy and reading by the age of 5, you're way more likely to finish high school, go to college, all the things. So that's one of those initiatives, and she's given away millions and millions of books.
Yeah,
it's pretty incredible. She's an incredible person. She's a great community servant, like through all these small towns through the South.
And that has become a huge race. Over 500 runners, I think, last year.
Wow.
A lot of people use that as a prep race for the St. Jude Marathon. So it's a challenging race, especially the end of it. The last 2 miles ends. If you're familiar, Ben, with Ludlow, going back up towards off of, I should know those roads. That's in my ward there. Ludlow goes through and cuts back to
you lost me here. I don't even know where that is.
Huh?
I gotta learn the streets better because I've never even heard of that road.
You know where Timber Lane is?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Got you.
So that you go there, and that first where you go kind of up the hill there, that's Ludlow.
Okay.
You take all that back up to what's that? No, have you heard over there? North Creek, or whatever. And
Northwood Hills.
Northwood Hills. You go left there, and you go back up the hill all the way up to Robinson.
Oh man.
So that's kind of how you finish, and then you come back towards the square. And that's very challenging. That's probably the hardest part of that course, coming up because you're already about 4 miles in there. 3.5, 4 miles in, and so you're starting to feel a little bit, and you got to go up those hills.
I'm gonna be crawling.
But once you get to Robinson, it's all downhill from there. But
if you're out there, so that's Saturday, October the 12th. If for some reason you see a portly gentleman that's crawling on the road, it's me. Pick me up in a golf cart and take me to the finish line.
Now there's several people that they walk the whole thing. They don't run. They're just walkers.
I gotcha.
So you won't be last.
I don't know, Chad.
Huh?
You didn't see me running at Conger Park this morning. You might change your opinion.
There's one gentleman who's like my role model. I can't remember his name, but he's about 75 years old, and he gets the blue jeans, t-shirt, blue jeans. He runs that sucker, and he wins his little age group every year.
Holy moly! All right.
You'll see him out there this year.
Are we going to be in the same age group? Do you turn 40 before?
Yeah, so I'll turn 40 4 days after.
Man.
4 days before.
Okay, 4 days.
My birthday
before.
is October 8th, so I think the race is on the 12th.
So you're going to be like the youngest in the 40 and up category.
But I'm going to. 40 is very competitive. Everybody's having that midlife crisis, right? So that's usually a pretty competitive age group.
Oof.
But one thing is I get away from Austin for a couple of years because he always beats me out.
I gotcha. So we are talking about the Water Tower Festival, or not the Water Tower Festival, Water Tower 10K, but the Water Tower Festival will be coming up on September 28th. That's one of those things that people that are new to town, or even people that have lived here for a while, they get those things confused a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they used to be connected, and they split them up because of the Water Tower 10K has become such a large event. So they split them up, and it's a great event.
The Water Tower Festival will be on September 28th, which will be approximately 8 days from today.
Sure.
The Water Tower 10K, October 12th. So don't get those things mixed up. Get your family out for the Water Tower Festival next weekend. Going to be a great time. Go out, support the Tigers tonight. If you're listening to this on Friday, September 20th, if you're listening to it after, you missed it. Sorry. Get ready for the festival. But for now, I'm Ward 6 Alderman Ben Piper.
I'm Ward 4 Alderman Chad Wicker.
Thanks for listening.
Everybody's waiting on a train.